We're at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. This is the Broner versus Vargas card, and now we're taking you to the post-fight interviews.
Took me a while to get my feet, to come back in. It was a tough fight to return to the ring, but overall I was happy with my performance. I mean, could have done better, could have done worse, but this makes it right. I sure can.
She kept coming and coming in fire fights. It seemed like at the end you almost got like a second win or were able to maybe take some rounds there at the end. Turns out the judges saw it widely in your favor. In your head, how did you see the fight going?
Well, I knew she was very aggressive and active, which was probably hard to see from the outside, but I was making her miss like crazy, which is why I'm sure the judges saw it so much in my favor. A lot of those punches were missing, were falling short of my face, so she was doing a lot of swinging and not as much connecting as it might have seemed like. I'm sure when you watch it again, you'll see what I mean.
It's tough just to make the transition back into this sport.
Oh my gosh, you have no idea. This is one of the hardest things I've done the past year, trying to switch sports and then come back into this one. It was, I'm probably going to have a big cry tonight because it was so stressful. It was so stressful.
Let me ask you this, Dante's Boxing Nation, how would you rate your performance tonight?
Well, I won, so it's really not my job to rate my performance, right? It's what everybody else thought, what everyone else saw, what everyone else expected. As far as I'm concerned, I knew this was going to be a really tough one for me going in, so I'm happy to have seen it to the other side. I walked out of the cage, had to be carried out of the cage once, so to come out of the other side safe is really all you can ask for.
Are you finding it's harder to fight in the ring now that you're doing both? I mean, was this a more difficult fight because of
Well, I
activity
think
in MMA?
I think that any return to a sport after a long layoff is difficult. I don't know that it's just because I haven't been doing it for 11 months or because I was doing MMA in the meantime. I mean, it was hard. It's hard. MMA and boxing, even though there's punching, is not the same thing. It was like going off and playing basketball for 11 months and then trying to come back.
Some of the fighters, be it MMA and boxing, who are some of the fighters that you look up? Who are some of your favorite fighters?
That do boxing and MMA? What do you mean? Like just in general, who are some of my favorite fighters? You know what? I don't really watch fights. I don't really watch other fighters. I mean, I'm from Gleason's gym, where you have some of the best female champions in all the world. Alicia Ashley, Melissa St. Phil. You know, I come from when Belinda Laraquente and Melissa Hernandez used to do rounds and beat up everybody in the gym, and those are my idols. Those are the girls that I aim to fight like, the girls that I know. So.
Also, can we get a prediction on main event? Vargas?
I'll be honest, I like Broner for this one. I feel like I was at the press conference sitting at the table with him. I could see it in his eyes. He's hungry for a win. And when you have someone that talented, who's that dedicated, it really becomes hard to beat.
What's next, Heather? Are you going to box next, or are you going to go back to the
Well, you know, I really stayed true that I was going to stick to both sports. So whatever opportunity presents itself. If something in the ring presents itself first, then I'll stick with boxing and stay on this road. Otherwise, we're looking to Bellator to see what's going on maybe for June or July. I plan on having a really active 2018.
Was there anything about Torres that surprised you, the overhand right? You seem to get caught a little with the overhand right tonight.
Nothing too much surprised me. And I'm not saying that in an arrogant way at all. She was an incredibly durable, strong, tough, determined fighter. But there was nothing that stood out from that I really remember thinking, oh, that's tough. For me, it was more a battle of myself, getting my footing back and getting back into the groove of being in the boxing ring.
You're such an emotional fighter, right? And you take so much energy from the crowd at the end. They seem to be a little disappointed with the result or disagreeable with the result. Does that bother you at all? Or?
Well, I was a little confused at first, and then upon thinking about it further, I'm sure it looked like because she was so busy. I'm sure it looked like there was a lot of things happening, but there was a lot of her just chasing me and getting stopped by the jab. So no boxing fans want to see that. There are some fights that are real exciting. I break my nose, I break my face, people get carried off in a stretcher. Those are what the fans want to see. Very rarely do you have fans staring up cheering for when the jab wins the fight, But as a fighter, when you can stick to the game plan, stick to the basics, do what you've been doing, despite some little trips here and there, I mean, as a corner, you can't ask for more, right?
And you're happy with the performance?
I'm happy with the win. I'm happy with the return back to the sport. I'm happy getting my foot back in the door, knowing what I have to go back and work on. I mean, it was a little nerve-wracking going from 3 cage appearances back to the ring. And then here at the Barclays Center, no less.
Congratulations.
No injuries?
Thank you. No injuries, a little black eye here, but no injuries. I feel fantastic.
You're a warrior. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Well, we're going to see what opportunity presents itself. I mean, I would love to come back in the ring, but only if it makes sense. You know, this was a good return fight. As everyone knows, I was supposed to fight Anna Hulison, and she retired. So when she retired, we thought, let's get a replacement just to get me back in the swing of things because I was on for the show anyway. But really, it's whatever presents itself next. I love to fight. I have tuition to pay in September, so wherever they'll pay me, I'll go. I'm sorry? Oh, not mine, my daughter's. I have a 13-year-old. She's going into high school. It's a private school here in Brooklyn.
And I'm Kristal Hart reporting from the Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, New York. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the fights.